After 7 long months, we're finally getting the update 9.1, which will release June 29th for the US and June 30th for the EU. Now, is Boosteroid a service to meet your needs for World of Warcraft, or should you use your spells elsewhere? Now, before we find out, hit that subscribe button to keep on top of everything cloud gaming. Let's get into it. Now, since Boosteroid has the ability to play on both the browser and their Windows app, we tested WoW on both to see if one or the other would be a different experience for your raiding and looting pleasure. We started with the app since it's technically still in beta and could use the testing. We'll start with the graphics because that's what everybody wants to know first. Overall, the graphics of WoW were pretty decent. Now, there were noticeable tears when watching the open cinematic, which you can see here. Now, the graphics in-game flowed much better, which didn't surprise us, as WoW is not a game that is highly demanding. Now, it is a game that is about 17 years old now. The mechanics of enemies were able to be seen, which is a very important part of the game when it comes to questing, dungeons, and raids. There was no difference when it came to using the app or playing in the browser, which is really a good thing. So when it comes to the graphics on Boosteroid, it can definitely handle WoW, for sure. Now when it comes to gameplay, to be honest, we didn't have a high expectation for the gameplay, since the servers are over in Europe, and this gameplay is in Arizona. While it was better than expected, the gameplay is still very laggy at times, especially with the mouse controls. As you can see from this Boosteroid connection test result, the gameplay response is to be expected. The lag between the inputs of the commands is noticeable, and it's hard to control your cursor exactly where you want to go. Now, this was tolerable when it came to questing, as questing doesn't have insane mechanics that demand precision. Now, when playing Battlegrounds, it wasn't that bad playing as a hunter, but it could be different when playing with a melee class. We weren't able to test in a raid or a high-end mythic, but I would lean on the side of caution as those environments will need more control. So I would have you test the lag of your character and ask yourself if you can handle it before going into these game types. As you may have noticed within these clips, there are no add-ons, which can be a huge negative for long-time players. I know that many players on WoW use add-ons, and it's definitely weird to not play the game with add-ons if you're used to it. This may be a big drawback for many. We looked all over Boosteroid to see if there was a way to access the WoW folder, but we were not successful. So before you decide to play WoW on Boosteroid, ask yourself, can you play without add-ons? If add-ons are not a concern for you, then playing WoW on Boosteroid should feel right at home. The graphics are solid, and gameplay is fine as long as you're just questing or doing anything else that is not very demanding. You might have trouble if you're a super hardcore player, but if not, feel free to jump on Boosteroid to play a casual game with your friends. For the latest news, gameplay, and comparisons on cloud gaming, including Boosteroid, subscribe and stay tuned right here at the only place where you can do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle.